Very warm welcome to this masterclass on algo trading. Right. I'll maybe quickly introduce you all, give you a brief overview of what we are going to do in class today. But usse pehle, just a small introduction about myself. So myself, Kanha, and I'm working with Aseem sir for past couple of months in actually doing such webinars. And today also, I will be hosting this session for you, moderating this class for you. Right. तो आज की क्लास में हम लोग एक चीज करेंगे. What we'll do is we'll keep this class as interactive as possible. Right. So there are a couple of ways with which we can make it this interactive. How we can do that? First of all, I would request all of you to please switch on your cameras. If you keep your cameras on, we can interact better in class. We can make this class more lively. This virtual session can actually feel real. Right. So for now, I can see Pankaj, I can see S.A. Kumar, Amir sir, Zubair sir. ठीक है. तो जिन लोगों के पास भी cameras हैं, all those who have their cameras, please switch on your cameras. Let's make this class more interactive. Now, voice is bit of an echo. Prakash is saying, can anyone confirm if it is so? I will try fixing it from my end if the voice is echoing. अगर आवाज गूंज रही है तो बता दो एक बार. मैं एक बार अभिमन्यु सर, बाकी लोगों को आवाज आ रही है, शायद आपको नहीं आ रही है. मे बी आप रिजॉइन करके देख लो. ऑल क्लियर? ओके. मे बी सर यू कैन ट्राई रिजॉइनिंग. हाँ, तो मैं जैसे बता रहा, यू कैन कीप दिस क्लास इंटरेक्टिव बाय कीपिंग योर कैमरास ऑन. And secondly, I would want all of you to ask many questions in the class today. Right? Aseem sir will be here joining in very, very soon for this class. And you can ask as many questions as you want in today's class. Right? So if you ask more and more questions, we can keep this class interactive. Now, my job would be to make sure कि जो भी questions आप chat box में पूछ रहे हो, उन सबको I will be answering them in the chat box, and whenever needed, I will also take that up on mic. I will ask Aseem sir to address a particular doubt. Also, we'll be doing dedicated Q&A sessions. Q&A, question and answer sessions, wherein you can unmute yourself directly and ask whatever questions you have. Okay, so this is a little bit about the class that we're going to do today. Now, what I want from all of you is, want all of you to give a small introduction of yourself in the chat box. Right? Because you already have 115 participants here. Let me know your name, the city you are joining in from, and what sort of trading experience you have had so far. ठीक है, अपना नाम, कौन सी सिटी से आप आज ही क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हो, और कौन से एसेट्स में आप ट्रेड करते हो, बी इट ऑप्शंस, फ्यूचर्स, इक्विटीज, या फिर कितने साल से या कितने महीनों से आप ट्रेड कर रहे हो. फॉर लास्ट हाउ मेनी मंथ्स, हाउ मेनी इयर्स हैव यू बीन ट्रेडिंग एंड इन व्हाट एसेट. ठीक है, क्विकली लेट मी नो इन द चैट बॉक्स. I can see already a few people who are responding. Vikas is here. Vikas, you can also let me know your city, and if you're from Aurangabad, you can let me know your trading experience as well. Welcome to the session. Shabir Hassan from Kolkata, options trading for 5 years. That is great, sir. Zikriya Guntur, trading in options for last 3 years. Viraj, Rahul, Prahlad from Surat, no trading experience. No issue, sir. We'll keep the class right from the beginning today, right from the basics today. Salil Bakshi from Hazaribagh, and they trade in equity. Mr. Bhupati, Chennai, just started with options. Advik from Bangalore, I have been trading since 2 years in cash markets. Amazing to have you here, sir. Sunil from Pune, trading for last 3 years. Shrikant from Gotakpur, Mumbai, Ghatkopar, sorry, my bad, trading for 2 years. Labib from Kochi, trading experience 3 years. And FNO and cash, that is great. Amazing. Okay. A lot of people are here, a lot of diversified audience we have today, both in terms of geography. Okay, from all across the country, we have many people who have joined in, and also based on the trading experience, we have people who are say starting with the trading. It is like zero experience. Sanjay sir ne bola zero experience, but we also have people who have more experience, 5-6 years experience, 10 years experience. So to make sure that class is valuable for all of us, what we'll be doing is we'll spend initial 15-20 minutes understanding the basics. ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग के 20 से 25 मिनट हम लोग सिर्फ बेसिक्स के बारे में बात करेंगे कि भाई व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ट्रेडिंग, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज एल्गो ट्रेडिंग, एल्गो ट्रेडिंग होता क्या है, कैसे आप सभी लोग एल्गो ट्रेडर्स बन सकते हो, राइट, व्हाट आर द एग्जैक्ट स्टेप्स यू नीड टू फॉलो टू बिकम अ वेरी गुड एल्गो ट्रेडर. We'll be discussing that in the initial 15-20 minutes so that all of you can actually build upon, get on the same page, understand what this entire session is all about. Post that, we'll discuss a profitable strategy, which is a back-tested strategy by Aseem sir, and has proven to give an amazing returns in past few years. Right? हम लोग फिर उस स्ट्रैटेजी को आज क्लास ही में ऑटोमेट भी करेंगे. विल ऑटोमेट दैट स्ट्रैटेजी इन द क्लास इटसेल्फ. विल ट्राई एंड प्लेस लाइव ऑर्डर्स. ठीक है, अभी ऑल्दो लाइव मार्केट नहीं होगी अभी फॉर इक्विटी और ऑप्शंस, बट वी विल ट्राई प्लेसिंग लाइव ऑर्डर्स फॉर कमोडिटीज जस्ट टू सी हाउ डज अ कोड वर्क. ठीक है, वेरी एक्साइटिंग क्लास इट इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू if you attend till the end and if you stay interactive and focused till the end of the class. Praveen from Hyderabad trading for 1 year. Zubair from Dhanbad, Jharkhand trading 4x since 2 years. Great. तो एक काम करते हैं यार, क्योंकि we have people from all across the nation, all across the country. Just to make sure that language is not a botheration, let me just launch a quick poll. ठीक है, आपकी स्क्रीन पे एक पोल आ रहा होगा which is the language poll. You can put in your preferred language here. Let me know which language do you prefer for this session. If it is English, you can go with English. If it is Hindi, you can go with Hindi. अगर आपको लगता है कि आप क्लास हिंदी में करनी है तो आप हिंदी चूज कर सकते हैं. एंड अगर आप दोनों ही लैंग्वेजेस में कंफर्टेबल है, you can go with the last option. Right? So quickly fill in this poll. Let me know what language do you prefer for this session, so that we can have an idea. Sunil and Vikas are saying comfortable in both. बट एक बार पोल में आप रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो ताकि नंबर्स का बेटर आइडिया मेरे को मिल जाए. ठीक है, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड इन द पोल एंड लेट मी नो. आई थिंक मेनी ऑफ यू ऑलरेडी फिल्ड द पोल, ओनली a few of you are left. Would request all to please quickly fill in the poll and let us know. I'll end the poll. I think काफी लोगों ने पोल फिल कर दिया. I'll end the poll and just to be very very transparent here, I'll also share the results. So although 40% of the people are comfortable in both Hindi and English, followed by we have 42% in English and 18% in Hindi. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's keep the class majorly in English. मतलब we'll cover each and every topic in English and then we'll also revise that topic in Hindi. तो हम सारे टॉपिक्स पहले इंग्लिश में कवर कर लेंगे, फिर उनको हिंदी में रिवाइज भी कर देंगे. ठीक है, ताकि सभी के लिए क्लास वैल्यूएबल हो पाए. आप सभी अपने 2 घंटे आज क्लास में इन्वेस्ट करने वाले हैं. You all are going to spend 2 hours of time with us. We'll definitely make sure that it is valuable for all of you. Right? Okay. Quickly. I am pretty sure you all are very, very excited to start with the class. Before that, I just want to announce the Masterclass contest here, where you can win prizes worth rupees 10,000 in the class itself. If you stay connected till the end, आप class में prizes जीत सकते हो worth rupees 10,000. Now, what are the prizes? What are the requirements? I'll quickly run you through that. Please listen to me very carefully for next 5 minutes, and post that we'll straight away start with the class. Right. So first, as I mentioned in the beginning also, we'll keep this class as interactive as possible. Right? And how we can do that? 2 things we discussed. One was camera. The other was you can ask more and more questions. The third way is we also have prepared some quizzes for all of you. We have some quiz questions for all of you. You can respond to those questions in the chat box and in the poll. And that way you can keep the class interactive. Moreover, you can win prizes if you respond to the questions correctly. Right? So make sure to participate in the in-class quizzes and you can win prizes. The second prize is a bonus session with Aseem sir. Right, similar to today's session, a more detailed bonus session for all those who ask the best question during the class. ठीक है, best question कैसे decide करेंगे हम? It should be relevant to whatever content we are using, and it should be useful to most of the people who are there in the class. ठीक है, 2 simple criteria. So you can ask more and more questions and increase your chance to actually win this prize. And lastly, whosoever attend the class till the end, they will be getting Amazon vouchers from our end. Right? Someone is saying with camera network speeds slows down a lot. Sir, you can maybe switch off your camera. In that case, it is more important that you learn today. If you are feeling that there is bandwidth issue, if you're keeping a camera on, you can keep it off. Okay. But for this masterclass contest, if you want to participate in the contest specifically, you need to keep your cameras on. We have some extra points for all those who participate in the masterclass contest if they have their cameras on. ठीक है, जिनके भी कैमरास ऑन होते हैं उनको कुछ एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं. जैसे मैं बता रहा था आपको, मिस्टर योगेश, मिस्टर खुशी शाह, यू कैन रीनेम योरसेल्फ. आई थिंक समवन एल्सेस नेम इट इज देयर. यू कैन पुट योर रियल नेम इन द चैट बॉक्स एंड आई विल रीनेम यू. अद्विक, उनका भी कैमरा ऑन है. मयंक, संजय, राहुल, रवि. सो ऑल दीस पीपल हैव देयर कैमरास ऑन. भूपति. तो इन सबको दे विल बी गेटिंग सम एडिशनल पॉइंट्स टुडे एंड देयर चांसेस ऑफ विनिंग द मास्टर क्लास कॉन्टेस्ट विल इंक्रीज. ठीक है, मैं एक बार रीनेम कर देता हूं. नेहा भंसाली ने बोला है कि उनका रियल नेम इज राहुल भंसाली. आई विल रीनेम देम क्विकली. ठीक है, चलो. आई होप द क्राइटेरिया टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द मास्टर क्लास कॉन्टेस्ट इज क्लियर. द फर्स्ट क्राइटेरिया, The second criteria is you have to keep engaging on chat more and more and ask more and more questions in the class. Two simple criteria. Okay, wonderful. So this is a little bit about the masterclass contest. Quickly giving you an introduction of the expert for the evening today. If you can just let me know in the chat box if you have heard about Mr. Aseem. अगर आप लोगों ने असीम सर के बारे में सुना है, उनसे कहीं पढ़ा है, या फिर उनको ट्विटर पे, फेसबुक पे, या फिर मतलब यूट्यूब पे भी, there are multiple channels like Grow and Learn. There is actually teaching people about options trading, algo trading, various topics. If you have heard about him, quickly let me know in the chat box. Even if you have not heard, you can put a no in the chat box. Okay, okay. Heard his name, maybe on Twitter. No, don't, never heard. Great. Okay. काफी लोग हैं जिन्होंने सुना है, काफी लोगों ने नहीं भी सुना है. So I'll give you a short introduction about our expert who will be teaching us today. First of all, he is a full-time systematic algo trader. Now you would say, Kana, you have taken many terms together. What is a full-time trader? What is a systematic trader? What is an algo trader? We don't know. Don't worry. The first slide that we have for today, it is different types of traders and what does we mean by systematic algo trading. Prem sir is already here in class and he will be teaching us live. He'll be taking all your doubts, interacting with all of you live. I will be inviting him on Spotlight in just 1 minute. Right? So he's a full-time systematic algo trader. More than that, he has experience of more than 6 years in algo trading itself. ठीक है, तो algo trading में उनको 6 साल से ज्यादा का experience है, which is amazing thing because many people actually feel कि algo trading legal है या नहीं है और कैसे आप कर सकते हैं. So today you will understand from a person who has more than 6 years of experience the exact truths about algo trading and how you can become an algo trader. Also, he has managed funds in the past, given returns of 30+% consistently every year, which is an amazing number, and worked with amazing firms like Deutsche Bank Singapore. So I think many of you are actually excited to meet him and interact with him. Let's welcome Mr. Aseem on Spotlight also. Let's interact with him and let's straight away dive into the class, starting with interaction with him. Aseem sir, I've also made you the co-host. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can, a very warm good evening to you.
Good evening, Kana. Good evening, everyone.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. How is everyone doing?
We all are doing great, sir, and it's wonderful to see you just like always. Welcome to the session. And sir, before you join, just a piece of information for you. We did a poll about language as to what language people prefer. So although majority of the people that we have, they are comfortable in both, but followed by we had the majority of the people who are comfortable in English. So let's cover each topic in English and then revise that in Hindi.
Okay, I'll do that.
Right. Also, one quick tip, because I can see many of you are on camera and have joined from phone. If you're joining it from phone, you can switch your phone from portrait mode to landscape mode. Just give me 1 minute. हाँ, phone को अगर आपने सीधा रखा है, तो phone को आप please टेढ़ा कर लो. Attend the session like this. Why? Then you'll be able to see the presentation that we are using, the charts that we'll be discussing in a better way. ठीक है? Phone को कुछ नहीं करना है, बस phone को आपको ऐसे पकड़ने के बजाय ऐसे पकड़ना है. ठीक है? Great. Just one tip for all of you, because I could see many of you have actually joined in from phone. Let me know by typing a yes in the chat box if all of you are excited, and if you are with me in this class till now, if you all are excited to start with the class with Aseem sir, interact with Aseem sir, learn everything about algo trading today. जल्दी से एक बार चैट बॉक्स में yes लिख दो अगर सभी excited हो तो, फिर हम क्लास स्टार्ट करते हैं. ठीक है? Great. Okay. Let's start with a very high energy, very high passion for learning. And Aseem sir, let's make these next 2 hours of time for everyone very, very valuable.
Yes, definitely. So hi everyone. As Kana must have told you, I'm a full-time trader and I only do algo trading. So this is what we're going to discuss today. What is algo trading? How I became an algo trader and what are the exact steps? I will also tell you one of my strategies. Strategy क्या होता है? Strategies are exact rules. How I know whether I'm going to buy today, how I know whether I'm going to sell today, whether it will be a sideways market. Okay, and then I will even show you a live code. Obviously, Bank Nifty में नहीं दिखा पाऊंगा. I'll try to show you on MCX on gold, but you will actually see live data, live code coming, and we'll even place orders on my account. Okay, so and before we start, I want to make one thing clear, because a lot of times I get this question during the class itself, ki how expensive is algo trading? So let me tell you right in the beginning, it is actually free of cost. That means to get the technology, all the softwares is free. It is legally free. no pirated software. You do not require any big servers. You can actually run it from a normal laptop. 90% of the brokers are free who provide this API or the connection. You do not require any high or any fast feeds or any co-location servers. So all that is free. In fact, even for the coding part, even if you're not from a technical background, you do not require any coder to do it for you. You can do it on your own. You can do it on your own. I will show you today how easy it is. The code is probably 90 lines of code and it is just normal English words. You'll understand it. Okay. So with that, let's go forward. So firstly, as I said, let us talk about what are the 4 kinds of trading. Okay. Now, first one is manual trading, which is called discretionary trading. Basically, we take trades based on our gut feel. So if we feel the market is going to go up, we will buy. If we feel the market is going to go down, we will sell. Now, issue is that most of the times this gut feel is not right. I am not saying that. Mr. Nitin Kamath said that 90% of the traders are actually do not make profits. And as we know, most of the traders are discretionary traders. And hence, you can safely say that if you go into discretionary trading, it will take you about 4 to 5 years to become profitable trader on a very general sense. Obviously, there can be exceptions. Now, let's talk about the second kind of trading, which is systematic trading, in which we actually trade based on rules. So now there is no gut feel. We are trading exactly based on rules. So let me give you one example. Let's say you've been looking at markets and you realize something, that whenever there is a gap up in Reliance, most of the times the stock keeps going up. So now you can create a rule behind it, right? You can create a rule, right? First rule will be check if today's a gap up. What is a gap up? If today's open price of Reliance is more than yesterday's closing price of Reliance. That's the first rule. Second rule is if it is true, buy Reliance. Third rule is as soon as you buy it, you put a stop loss of say 1% and put a target of 2%. So we have a risk to reward of 1:2. And fourth rule is if during the day, if my stop loss or target is not hit, I will take an exit at 3 p.m. It's an intraday strategy. So now you can understand there is no gut feel left. We have created a rule behind a strategy. Now, if tomorrow you and I trade this strategy, our trades should match. Obviously, the quantity might be different, but our trades should match. So this is called a systematic trading. Now you can trade this system either manually. So it's normally, if you trade manually means you go to your broker and you take the trade. That is called a normal system. Or you can ask your computer to take the trade on your behalf. This is called algo trading. You're actually asking your computer to take the trade on your behalf. You're not even taking the trade. In fact, if you ask me, last 5-6 years, I don't think I've taken even a single manual trade. I still call myself a full-time trader because I trade all 250 days, but I don't take any manual trades. In fact, I don't even look at charts or MTM throughout the day. Yes, I do look at it once or twice in a day just to make sure that everything is working fine. But all the trades are taken by my computer and it's a normal laptop. Okay. The fourth kind of trading that I've shown here is what we call HFT, which is high frequency trading. This is a very specialized type of algo trading. And we will not be talking about HFT in today's class. Reason being, HFT is expensive. For HFT, you need sophisticated developers. For HFT, you need high servers. For HFT, you need fast feeds. From a retail trader perspective, just to set up HFT, which is high frequency trading, it might cost you 20 lakhs minimum. And I don't want to tell you anything which costs money today. I want to tell you things which you and I can do from the comfort of our homes without spending any money. Okay. So let me quickly go ahead. Now I'll just repeat everything what I've said in English. I'll repeat it in Hindi as well. तो 4 तरीके मैंने आपको ट्रेडिंग बताई. पहली ट्रेडिंग है जिसको हम बोलते हैं मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग या फिर डिस्क्रिशनरी ट्रेडिंग, और उसमें मैंने आपको लिखा है कि प्रॉफिट रैंडम है. रैंडम मतलब जितना आपको एक्सपीरियंस होगा उतना आपको प्रॉफिट आने के चांसेस ज्यादा हैं. बट जैसे कि आपको मैंने बताया 4-5 साल लग जाते हैं प्रॉफिटेबल होने में. इनफैक्ट 90% ऑफ द ट्रेडर्स, डिस्क्रिशनरी ट्रेडर्स जो होते हैं, वो प्रॉफिट नहीं कमा पाते हैं. सिस्टमैटिक ट्रेडिंग मतलब अब हमने एक रूल बना लिया, हम रूल के बेसिस पर ट्रेड करने वाले हैं, और यहां पर पॉसिबिलिटी है, देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट यू कैन बी प्रॉफिटेबल राइट फ्रॉम योर फर्स्ट मंथ ऑफ ट्रेडिंग. यही सिस्टम जो हमने बनाया है, वी कैन आस्क आवर कंप्यूटर्स टू ट्रेड ऑन आवर बिहाफ, उसको हम एल्गो ट्रेडिंग बोलते हैं. एंड द लास्ट पार्ट जो मैंने बोला वो HFT है, वो हम डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे बिकॉज दैट इज एक्सपेंसिव. ठीक है? So now एक आपके लिए simple सा पहले question, a simple question for everyone. How long do you think it will take you to become a really good algo trader? You'll get a poll on the screen. If you can kindly answer that in the...
Yes, sir. So also just update for all of you. मैंने अभी के लिए chats बंद कर दिए. I have shut the chats and it is enabled only for me. So your messages will come only to me. Whenever we are doing question and answer sessions, I will open up the chat. Okay, in the meantime, you can quickly respond to this poll. Let us know, what do you think? How much time is required to start doing algo trading if you start afresh? Okay, how much time do you think it is actually needed to become a very good algo trader? Quickly fill in this poll. Let us know, what do you think? Although I understand we have not discussed in detail what is algo trading, algo trading hota kya hai, but still, just let me know by filling in this poll. What do you think? What idea do you have? I can see many of you already responded. We have around 220 participants here. Really glad to have you all. If you all can fill in this poll, we can definitely go ahead. Great. Okay. Ending the poll now. Aseem sir also share the results. So if you see, we have around 56%. That is the majority of the folks believing that they can learn algo trading in a few weeks. So what is the actually correct answer to this question, or how much time is it actually needed?
So I think the majority got it right. I can see almost 80% of you feel that you can actually become good traders in 6 months time, which I think is true. So just learning the hard skills and the strategy part, and even your greed and fear. So I'll give you a very simple example. It used to happen with me a few years back. Let's say I bought a stock for 100 rupees, and as a good trader, I put a stop loss of 90 and a target of 120. Unfortunately, that stock started to go down. So I bought it at 100. It has started to going down. It is at will shift my stop loss. So I shifted my stop loss from 90 to 85. Why? Because it might go up now. But unfortunately, where I could have made a profit of 10 rupees, I ended up having a loss of 15 rupees. Right? So has this happened with you, anyone, where you've taken a larger loss and you've taken a smaller profit? So I can see Mr. Mahesh sending me a message, yes. Mr. Vikas saying yes.
There are a lot of people who are saying yes, it seems, sir. I personally, if you ask me, I personally have felt this happening, say, almost on a daily basis. I cannot even say that it used to happen sometimes, but it used to happen almost on a daily basis. And many people are also saying yes in the chat box. And I'm not really sure, but I believe this is the game of emotions in trading, where we actually tend to maximize our losses and minimize our profit. I think काफी लोगों ने chat box में लिखा भी था ये, it is because of emotions. Am I correct? And what, like, whoever is saying in the chat box?
Yeah, so I think you're right. These are the emotions which come into the picture, and I can see a lot of people saying that. And unfortunately, it is not good for trading, right? These emotions seldom help you to make profits. They end up actually giving you losses. With algo trading, this was the first reason I started algo trading. You can somehow learn to minimize your losses, because as I said, I'm not even looking at my MTM. In the entire day, I'm looking at my MTM only twice in a day. So I do not have that feeling to override my system. Okay. Secondly, when I started, right, I was working in a bank. So at that point of time, it was not possible for me to take all the trades live. So I might miss out on a good entry, or I might put a wrong exit. But once I automated everything, it was very easy for me. So my systems are running on their own. I have a lot of other time to do whatever I want. So especially for those who want to do part-time trading, this can be really helpful, right? The third reason is better entries. So a lot of times, if you're trading options, you know, strategies like iron condor, iron fly, even a normal straddle or a triangle, right? Where you have to take trades, multiple trades at the same time. Now, multiple trades at the same time manually is not possible. But using an algo, you can take even 50 trades at the same second, right? Also, there can be a lot of typos that can happen when we're doing manual trading. I'll give you some examples. Let's say you wanted to buy a stock, but by mistake you sold it. Or you wanted to buy 10 lots, by mistake you bought 100 lots, right? Or let's say you wanted to buy a stock at NSE, but you ended up buying it BSE. Or let's say you had bought a stock, but you forgot to square it off. So now you have a naked position for the next day. So all these kind of errors can come because if you're doing manual trading, but when we go to algo trading, these things tend to be very less, right? Few of the reasons why I came into algo trading, the biggest reason being slippage. So I'll tell you what slippage is first, but before that, let me tell you how much slippage used to cost me. So slippage is like your expense, right? Slippage is your biggest cost of trading business. And I was paying almost rupees 2 lakh rupees per month. I was wasting 2 lakh rupees per month only on slippage. And by going into algo, I've reduced it to almost rupees 20,000 per month. So it has gone down from 2 lakh rupees to 20,000 rupees. So I'll tell you what slippage is. Let's say you want to take a trade at 100 rupees. Okay. On the chart, you see a 100 rupee candle also, that it touched 100 rupees. But a lot of times you will notice that the executed price that you got is not 100. It can be, let's say, 100.5. This is because of the bid-ask spread. Okay. Now, let's say you put a target of 120. You will see it also that 120 has come on the charts. But it is possible that your executed price is not 120. Let us say it is 119.5. So in this trade, you should have made 20 rupees profit, right? But you ended up having a profit of only 19 rupees. Now, most of the times we don't even check whether we have lost this 1 rupee, but this 1 rupee is very important. Why? We lost this 1 rupee on 100 rupees, right? So it's 1% loss. Imagine if you have only 50 such trades in a year, you've already lost 50% of your profits that could have happened. Correct? So this is a huge cost to trading. But if you go to algo, it is possible to reduce it significantly. Okay? Can I go forward now and talk about the process, or are there any questions?
So I will maybe open up the chat to everyone for next 2 minutes. If you have any questions based on whatever content we have covered, you can ask. I will restrict the questions right now only to whatever content we have covered, right? The reason, because many times the question that you're going to ask, we definitely will be covering in the next few hours. Like Prem is asking what is meant by API. We'll discuss everything about that in the coming hour. Based on whatever we have covered till now, if you have some questions, Bhanu is asking, in India, do you see any changes in conventional trading volumes after algo traders entered in the market? A very interesting question, I think, sir.
I would say the volumes would increase. The volumes would increase, which is a good thing, right? Which is a good thing. If volumes are increasing, it's good for the ecosystem because your slippages would reduce. I got a direct message by Mr. Lakshman, but still slippages are there in algo too. Yes, slippages will not vanish. It will not become zero, but it will reduce to a great extent.
Amazing. I think if you don't have any questions, maybe you all can type Y in the chat box and we can go ahead. Prakash is asking, hope you will be covering the legality of algo trading for retail traders in India as of now and in near future.
I can quickly answer that. We are trading for ourselves and there is no issues. There is actually, you are legally allowed to trade on your, take the even going forward, the SEBI is putting the onus on the broker. The onus is not on you, right? So if you see the latest paper that they have published, the onus is on the broker, not on you.
Great. I think to rest of the folks, it is clear as to what we are covering. Maybe we can continue with the content and we'll open up for questions once again.
Okay. So let me just quickly tell you what is the process of becoming an algo trader, and after that, I'll tell you one of the strategies. Okay. So first thing is, as I said, we want a quantifiable system. Now, what is a quantifiable system? rule-based system, like the gap up system I told you about. So first thing is, in algo trading, you want something that can be quantified. Quantified is it has to be rule-based. There should be no ambiguity. Once you have that, then we will go ahead and do back testing. Now, what is back testing? Let's say you have a rule. Now you can actually go in historical data. So let's say you scroll your chart, you go to 2020. And you can see if you were trading in last 2 years, whether this strategy would have made profit or not. Okay. Third part is paper trading, where we actually live through the strategy so that we get those emotions out of the picture. Let's say during paper trading, we're actually not taking money trades, right? But at least you will know, okay, I've taken 3 loss-making trades, but I still want to go for the 4th trade. And the 4th trade, you'll notice that it will wipe out all the previous profit. Generally, this will happen. Right? So this is the first 3 parts. And as you've noticed, I've not talked about anything about technology right now. Only the last part is automation, which requires some element of technology, which I said is really easy. It's probably the easiest thing. Now you might ask, I'm not from a technical background. How can I code? So my answer to that is, there are a lot of apps right now, right? There are a lot of apps where they're teaching kids age 4 years, 5 years, how to create apps, how to create websites. Correct? Everyone knows those apps. If a kid 4-year-old, if they can write codes, why can't we write codes? And I'll show you the code and you'll understand the code today. Okay. So I hope everyone believes that it is possible, even if you're not from a technical background. Kana, do you want to take up this question? I think this is for the masterclass contest.
Sure. So what I'll do is I'll take up this question, and this question is actually a part of the masterclass contest. You don't need to reply in the chat box. I will be launching a poll. I hope you all can see the poll on your screens. The question is, which of the following, according to you, is a quantifiable strategy? So in the previous slide, we discussed the first step for algo trading was quantifying your strategy. और quantifiable strategy क्या होता है हमने डिस्कस किया था. तो इन चारों में से कुछ एक ऑप्शन है which is most probably correct. You can choose any one option out of these 4 as to what do you feel is actually a quantifiable strategy. Right? This question is a part of the masterclass contest, especially for those who have their cameras on. They can respond to this particular poll. They have high chances of winning. Others also, you all can respond also. Okay, great. We'll be ending the poll in next 5 seconds. So would request all to please quickly fill in this poll. Great. Ending the poll now. I hope all of you have filled in this poll. We'll also share the results with all of you. We have 64% of the folks who are saying indicator-based strategies, 29% pattern-based, and a very few percentage going with sentiment-based and news-based. Aseem sir, I also believe that the answer should be A, that is indicator-based strategies. So like if you can reveal the correct answer.
Yeah, so I think all the 4 can technically be quantifiable, but it will take a lot of time and a lot of effort to quantify everything, because let's say if it's a pattern-based strategy, you have to give exact rules to quantify it, and generally it's harder. So in a very general sense, the answer would be A, indicator-based strategies. Okay, so let's talk about my strategy, which is also based on only one indicator. But before that, let me give you some data about the strategy. I am showing you the results, and I'm showing you for almost 11 years of data. I've been trading it for a few years now. And this is on Nifty futures. Okay, this is on Nifty futures. In last 11 years, I've made around 16,000 points. Okay, if you convert it to, if you made it per year, the average comes to around 1,500 points per year. And if you convert it to rupees, it's around 78,000 rupees per year. Okay, the margin can be 1.5 lakh rupees. So the ROI is around 50%. Now at the bottom, I'm also showing you a summary of how many points I've gained every month. So for example, January 2012, you can see 215 points. Now that is in points, 215 points. If you want to convert it to rupees, you can multiply this by 50. So it's 10,000 rupees. Okay, so that is how you can convert in which month I'm making how many points. Now you'll notice something that firstly, algo trading does not mean it is going to make profits every day. That's the first thing. You can see it also here that this strategy makes profits around 80% of the months, 20% of the months, it still makes loss. You will also notice something that only two quarters are negative. All other quarters are green. You will also notice something that all the years it's a green strategy. It has made profits every year, including years like 2020, including years like 2017 and 18, which were very sluggish. Okay. So now let me tell you the rules. So I'll be telling you the exact rules of the strategy, and then I'll even show you the rules on the chart. Drawdown is around 400 points. Okay. So in this, I use one indicator only, and that is called pivot points. And I'm using the time frame 5 minutes. Even in pivot points, I do not use all the lines. I only use R1 and S1. R1 and S1. So I'll tell you what is my entry and exits. My entry is if any candle closes above R1, which is the resistance, I am going to buy. Or if any candle which closes below S1, which is the support, I'm going to sell. That is my entry. Okay. My stop loss is 0.4% of the entry price. That is my stop loss. And my target, I have a risk to reward of 1:3. So my target is 1.2%. Okay. Let me show this to you on the chart. Can you see Zerodha?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. Okay. So let me show it to you. I'm using let me show it to you once in English, then I'll speak everything in Hindi also once. I'm using 5-minute time frame. I'm using a 5-minute time frame. I'm Nifty pe karke dikha raha hu. I'm showing it to you on Nifty 5-minute time frame. And I'm using, as I said, one indicator called pivot points. So I'm just clicking pivot points. You'll notice something. As soon as I click pivot points, right, every day there are multiple lines, right? There are multiple lines every day. Correct. But as I said, we do not require so many lines. We require few lines only. So we will reduce the lines now. So I'm going back here. See the settings. My type is standard. I'm using standard pivots. And I do not require everything. So I will make everything else white except this R1, which is resistance 1, and S1, which is green. Okay. Everything else I'm making white so that my extra lines will not be there on the chart. Okay, so now as you can see, every day I have only 2 lines left. I do not have too many lines now. Correct? Now let me tell you the entries and exits. Let me tell you the entries and exits. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay, see this example. If you see this day, on this day, the second candle closed above the red line. The second candle, this is the second candle. You can see the closing price here. The second candle closed above the red line. So I'm going to buy. Okay. And my stop loss will be 0.4% and my target will be 1.2%. Let me show you one selling trade also. Where is a selling trade? Okay. Here. See, we got a selling trade here. If you see, you can see the fourth candle, it closed below the green line. Green line. So we will put our stop loss on the top. We will put a target below. And as you can see, the market went down. So what I'll do is, let me do some testing for 10-15 days with you so that you understand the code and you understand how the strategy works. ठीक है, तो मैं एक बार जल्दी हिंदी में बोल देता हूँ. एंट्री हम लोग इसमें ले रहे हैं, नीचे की तरफ सेल कर रहे हैं क्योंकि जो फोर्थ कैंडल है उसकी क्लोजिंग इस ग्रीन लाइन के नीचे हुई है, तो हम लोग यहाँ सेल करेंगे. एंड किसी भी दिन जहां पर, जैसे इसमें अगर आप देखें, ये जो ग्रीन कैंडल इसकी जिस क्लोजिंग है वो रेड लाइन के ऊपर हुई, तो हम बाय करेंगे. सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज, लेट मी शो यू सम एग्जांपल्स, देन इट विल बी क्लियर. सो आई विल जस्ट मेक लाइक अ गूगल शीट and I will keep writing all the entries so that you know if on a particular day it is giving me profit or a loss. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's start with this first. As you can see, this is a selling trade because it is closed below the green line. So we are going to sell at closing price. The closing price is here, 16537. 16537 पे sell करा है. Sorry, where is it? Sorry, selling price 16537. let me put my stop loss also. So stop loss is 0.4%. Okay, now since I'm selling, my stop loss will be above. So my stop loss price is 16603, which is somewhere here. And as you can see, after the entry, the price did not come here. So no stop loss hit. Stop loss did not get hit. Even the target did not get hit. So we will exit at 315. It's an intraday system. So I will exit at 315. My exit price is 16482. Closing price. Yes, closing price. 16482 pe exit. 16482. 16482. Let us find out our profit, which is 55 points, and in terms of rupees, I will just multiply by 50, 2,750 rupees on a particular day. Okay, let's test on the next day. You can see this green candle, right? You can see the green candle closing above the red line. So we will buy. Buying price, again check the closing price here. 16588. 16588 buying. And after buying, it went up, and we will exit here, which is 16644. 16644. A profit of 2,800 rupees. Okay. Okay. This is a good day. See this. It's a gap up. It's a gap up day, right? Gap up, and it closed above the red line. So what is the indicator saying? It is saying that there is high probability it will keep going up. So I will enter at the closing price again. 16776. And as you can see, it went up really high, and we will take an exit here, which is 16936. Okay, 8,000 rupees profit. Again a gap up, again above red line. Again we will buy 17096. And again we will exit at the closing price, which is 17160. 3,200 rupees. I'll show you some loss making days also. They will come. As I said, no strategy has all profitable days. Okay, this is a good day. See, gap up opening, but first candle closes below. So we are not going to take the first candle because closing is below. Second candle closing is above. So I'm going to trade the second candle now. So my buying price is 17230. And it went up again. And my exit is 17334. 17334. 5,200 rupees profit. Okay. All right. Another interesting day. Another interesting day. As you can see, on this day, there is no candle. एक भी ऐसी candle नहीं है which closed above red line or below green line. कोई candle नहीं जिसने red line के ऊपर closing दी हो या नीचे closing दी हो. No trade. On this day, no trade. Okay. And it's good, right? In such a sideways market, it's good to not take any trade. Okay. Let's take next day. Again, as you can see, there is no candle which closed above the red line or below the green line. Aakhri mein hua tha, but we will not take after 315, right? It is 315 already. So no trade. Again, no trade. Okay. This is a loss making day. Okay. This is a loss making day. Let me show you that also. See, it's a gap up. So entry is 17465. Entry is 17465 buying. Let me put my stop loss, which is 0.4%. And the stop loss price is 17395. And as you can see, somewhere here, my stop loss is hit. So here, my stop loss is hit. That is fine. So I will take an exit. I will take loss on this day. So I have a loss of 3,500 rupees. 3,500 rupees, I made a loss. Okay. Okay. Note one more thing. If I've already made a loss, I will not take the second trade. I don't take the second trade on a loss making day. I will only take one trade in a day. Okay. Okay. Let's do 2-3 more examples. See this, another sideways day, but no trade. Generally, you will notice if it's a sideways day, right? Like this, you will not get an entry, which is a good thing because this is a trend following system. On a trend following system, you want a trend, but if there is no trend, you will generally not get an entry. But see here, it's a good trend and you will get an entry. You will get an entry here, 17464 per buying, 17464. And again, it went up and we will take an exit somewhere here, which is 17523. So we have done a profit of almost 20,000 rupees in a few days, right? On a few days, but I hope you've understood the strategy. अब आपको कोई question हो तो please बताएं.
Sure. So I think there are a couple of questions in the chat box that I will take. Someone is asking about trading stop loss, if there is any, or if sir, is my internet connection facing difficulties? It is showing a pop-up on my screen.
Ha, it is. It is.
Okay, maybe you can take the questions from the chat box. I'll try reconnecting once.
Okay, so if our exits based on trailing stop loss in this strategy, no. In futures, I don't use trailing stop loss. I'm using standard pivots, not Fibonacci. And I'm using only resistance one and support one. So once you click done, automatically these lines will appear on every day. Okay. Is it applicable? Mr. Rahul is not a future trader actually. So I only trade it on options. I don't trade it on futures. Okay. I'm an option trader. Okay. How much funds are you using on these strategies? On this particular, so I don't trade one strategy per Premji. I don't trade one strategy. I don't this. This was a gap up trade, but as per this, we would have bought, right? Because it is above the red line. But as you saw, stop loss was hit. So it is fine. We will take the loss. Sir, please share any risks associated with the system. Yeah, I showed you, right? You can see here. Where is it? That there can be losses also. I have had loss of also 297 points in a single month. So that is also possible. Right? No strategy will keep giving you profits every day. Okay. Are there Kana, can you take up other questions? Because
I can see I can. Not really sure if my network is fine now. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Great. I'll take some questions. I'll summarize many questions that they're getting. One, many people are asking if you can show them the setting once again, which we
I've shown that already.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And people are asking, can we use this strategy on options as well, or is it only for futures? What about equity?
Yes, as हाँ, हम लोग options में कर सकते हैं. Yeah, you can do it in options.
And like काफी लोग पूछ रहे हैं.
Kana, your voice is not audible.
Okay, I'll reconnect once again.
Yeah, as I said, you can do it in options, but I don't think we will have enough time to discuss about the options part, because the main aim is to show you how to automate this. So I think I'll ask Kana to send you the strategy through WhatsApp or something, right? Let's not, because my main aim is to show you how to automate this thing, not to show you the options part. Okay, which candle do we consider according to pivot? Any candle, right? Any candle. As we saw, we were getting some entries on the first candle. In some cases, we got the entry later. In shares, yeah, you can do it on shares which have high beta, okay, because you require movement, so you can take up shares which have high beta. That will work out. Ashish is again asking, can we use this on option buying? As I said, Ashish, this can be done on both option buying and option selling, but again, we will not have time to discuss about that right now. How often do you update your algorithmic trading models? 6 months, maybe not even that. You generally don't need to update models so frequently.
Aseem sir, am I audible now?
हाँ.
Right, joining in from my mobile data might have some issues with the Wi-Fi. ठीक है, एक बार मैं बस एड्रेस कर देता हूँ, काफी लोग पूछ रहे हैं. तो yes, we will be discussing the automation part of this strategy after taking a couple of more questions. Aseem sir, one like special question by Jayant. I'm not really sure if it is possible to take. Jayant is saying, can the trainer show his or her PNL? Like, is it possible for the trainer to show the? I am telling you, this is like happens many times when we are doing sessions, especially in India, that people tend to ask questions like this. They're like, if someone is teaching about trading or algo trading to them, they're very keen to look at the PNL. I'm not really sure if it is possible for you to showcase, but just taking up that question as a curiosity.
It is fine. So I can show you my results. I trade on Zerodha only, and as I said, I'm an options trader, and I think I'm using this account since last March. So I can show you the results from March till today. So March 2021 till today. So I made a profit of 1 crore 20 lakhs in last 15-16 months.
That is really amazing, sir. But then a couple of questions from my end and from others, and also they might have similar questions. One is, what is the amount you started off with? Like, what was the invested amount in the beginning?
In this account, I started with 80 lakhs.
Okay, you started off with 80 lakhs, and like, is it like that 80 lakhs got converted into 1.2 CR, or 1.2 CR is the total profit only?
No, 1.2 is the profit. So my 80 lakhs went to 2 CR, and basically 1.2 is the profit.
Okay, that really sounds amazing. Although in the beginning of the session itself, you mentioned that for the last 5-6 years, you've not taken any manual trade, but just want to confirm once again, if this entire PNL is based, say, entirely on Algo, or do you have some manual trades also here?
No, this is only Algo. I don't take any manual trades. This is only Algo and only options. So even if you see this, right, I trade only Nifty, Bank Nifty, because I want liquidity there. So as you can see, if you will only see Bank Nifty here, or you will only see Nifty. See, yeah, it will either be Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the only options, and everything is Algo, no manual trading.
Really amazing, sir. Like last two questions. One, like the strategy that we saw. So is it the only strategy that is working in this PNL? I am pretty sure there would be multiple strategies.
No, there are multiple strategies, not one strategy. There are multiple strategies which I trade.
Amazing. And also, interestingly, I can see that there are equal number of red days and green days. Equal number of days where we've actually got profit and losses. So how does it work? Like, people usually claim that they can get profits for more than 80% of the day, or their accuracy is 90%. That is, they can get profits on 90% of the day. But here I can see, and everyone can see that almost equal number of loss making and profit making days. So how does it work?
Look, I don't think they are giving you the right picture. If they say that they are making 90% profitable days, right? And again, I don't have any shame in showing you that my 50 or 40% of the days are red and 60% are green. I think more important is that your green days are smaller. So if you're losing, say, 50,000 rupees, you should win 1 lakh rupees. That should be the main aim. But as I said, I don't make profits every day.
Amazing, sir. And like, what is the maximum drawdown for you?
My drawdowns are pretty less. My drawdown is around 5%. So if I'm trading, say, on 2 crore capital, my drawdown will not go above 10 lakhs now.
That is really amazing, sir. I think many folks are actually interested in this, and they wanted to see if like you can showcase your panel. Thank you so much for addressing this particular doubt. Now, some people are asking, what is the minimum capital required to trade this particular strategy?
If you're trading in futures, 1.5 lakh rupees. If you are buying options, around 50,000 rupees. If you're selling options, about 1 lakh rupees.
Okay. So what I'll be doing now is I will be sharing you the document for the rules of this strategy for both futures and options on the WhatsApp group. After the class, you can access that and you can see the rules once again. But for now, let's maybe discuss the automation part. Bhupati is asking a question. What is the ROI you have achieved? Bhupati, so sir mentioned he has invested 80 lakh rupees, got a profit of 1.2 CR. So I believe that is, sir, 150% ROI?
Yeah, approximately we can say 8 to 10% per month.
Great. Okay. ठीक है. तो अभी क्या करते हैं ना? What we'll do is we'll look at the automation part of this strategy. Like that is one thing
I think someone is asking about the equity also. I don't do much equity. This is more like creating strategies. I don't. Yeah, it's only a minor profit of 10,000 rupees in equity. I'm not an equity trader, Arun. I'm an options trader only.
Great, sir. Okay, no issues. So, एक काम करते हैं. अभी के लिए, I am pretty sure that all of you are actually here to see how the automation works, right? So let me know if you are here with me till now in the class. Respond with a yes, show some energy. काफी लोगों ने cameras भी बंद कर लिए हैं, फटाफट से on कर लो. Why? Because the next 20, 15 minutes for all of you are going to be very interesting only if you are very focused for next couple of minutes. Okay, you can keep your cameras on, you can keep the chats engaging, but let's spend a couple of minutes learning. Uske baad I'll open up for Q&A, closing the chats for now. I can see many people responding yes in the chat box. I'm pretty sure all of you are excited to see the automation part of the strategy, right? That is what we came here for, to learn algo trading. So let's see how does automation work. We have seen the rules of the strategy. We have clarified all our doubts around the rules of the strategy, and now we'll automate that strategy in the class itself using Python. Usse pehle, I think automation logic we'll be discussing. Aseem sir, let's discuss the logic and let's move to the automation part.
Sure. So before I show you the code, right, we should know what we are going to code. That is what is called automation logic. Okay. So firstly, we will require LTP. Now, what is LTP? LTP is traded price of Nifty, and we will be checking every 5 minutes. Why? Because our candle was 5 minutes. So after every 5 minutes, we will get the LTP. That essentially becomes the closing price. Now we will check if my LTP is more than R1, right? Remember, if my LTP closing is above R1, I am going to buy Nifty. Or if my LTP is less than S1, in that case, I'm going to sell Nifty. And I will keep checking this after every 5 minutes. As soon as I get my entry, let's say I got this entry, I will now start checking for my stop loss or target, right? So this is here. And now I'm checking every second. So there's a difference. First, I'm checking every 5 minutes. Now I'm checking every second if my stop loss or target is getting it. Now, what does this mean? If my LTP, if my Nifty price is above by 1.2%, that means this is my target. My target is hit and I will take an exit. What is exit? I will sell Nifty because I had bought Nifty. I will sell Nifty. That means I have exited it. Or on the other hand, if my LTP is less than 0.4%, that means this is my stop loss, which is hit. No problem. Stop loss hit, I will still exit. Correct. So this is the R1 exit. And similarly, this is the S1 exit. So in this case, this is my target and this is my stop loss. And finally, the last rule was if nothing target or stop loss is hit, we will take an exit at 3:15 p.m. because it's an intraday system. So what I'm going to do is let me show you my code now. I'm just sharing my screen again. 1 second. Okay, should be visible now.
Yes, sir. Your code is visible. Maybe we can first discuss as to, because many people are actually new here, discussed with them in the beginning of the class. Maybe we can discuss what is the screen, what is the software or platform we are going to use, and then we can discuss the code also.
Sure. So this software, right? This software is called Idea IntelliJ. It's a free software where we write codes. And the code that I've written, this is a code. This is a computer code that I've written, which is in Python. Okay, this is the language uses Python. Again, it's a free language. You can use it. It doesn't cost anything. And now let me show you how the code works. First, I'll actually show the running code to you, and then I'll show you the logic. I'll show you the logic after that. Okay. This line here is getting the username. So basically, when you log into your broker in the morning, you require your username password. Correct. Similarly, my code also requires the username password to log into my account, my Zerodha account. So this is where it is getting my username. Okay. This is where it is connecting to Zerodha Kite. But let's say if you have a different broker, let's say you have a broker IIFL. So we will change these two lines. It will connect to IIFL. If you have, say, Upstocks, we will change these two lines. It will connect to Upstock. So depending on what broker you have, we will have to change these two lines. Now see this. I've written take trade, which is fairly clear. It is telling it to take the trade. And please read what it says. It says, I'm showing you gold right now because gold is live. Otherwise I will not be able to show you how it is working. So let me just show you live prices here. You can see the live price here, right? Gold is current price is 50,773. Okay, 50,773. So what I'm saying is, if if gold price is above say 50,800, which is not true. If it is more than 50,800, then buy Bank Nifty futures with the limit price of 38,000 and say 500 quantity. I'm writing that. Let me run this code. So it's clear. I think this part should be fairly straightforward. If gold future greater than 50,800, buy Bank Nifty at 38,500 quantity. Okay, I'm just clicking and doing right click here and running it. Now see this, what is happening. It is giving you live data. This is live data coming. You can see even the timing here. It is saying the current price is 50,786. Okay. 50,794. It is very close to 50,800, but it is saying it is not yet 50,800, and that is why I am not taking the trade. As you can see, it is not taking the trade because the current price is 50,786. It has now become 50,790. Okay, if you can see here, the price is 50,790. For anyone, if the screen is not visible, please just come back to Zoom. Okay, so it is still waiting. Let me do something. I will change this to 50,790 so that at least we can take the trade. Okay, so it has already become 50,794. Let us try to do this, or we can just wait. Let's wait. Let's just wait. Okay, it has gone down now. Let us run it again with 50,790. I want to show you how the live trade works. So the current price is again 50,776, and again it is saying it is not above 50,790. So it is not taking the trade. Let me reduce it a little more. Let me make it, okay, I want to show you a live trade actually. Hopefully it will take the trade. It is very close to our price, but it is not going above 50,790. So it is not able to take the trade. Anyway, let's try to do 50,785. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, it is at 779. This is live price which is getting. Okay, this is live price which is getting, and you can see every second it is getting 5-6 times. So even 5 to 6 data point it is given in every second. Oh yes, it took the trade. See, it took the trade. It said gold future is 57.96, okay, which is above 57.85, and I am buying the trade. Let us see if it bought the trade. I am going to my account. See this trade. This is live trade happening. 7:30 current time. It bought Bank Nifty futures 500 quantity at limit price of 38,000. Did you see that live trade happening? I hope everyone saw that, right? This is how algo trading works. Now let me show you what this code does. So let me show you that. So at the bottom we had username. This is where I'm getting the password. This is where I'm getting the password. So I have got both the username and the password now. Now this part is basically I'm telling the code how to place the order. Basically here I can say whether it's a regular order or an AMO order. What is the symbol? In this case it was Nifty. This is NFO. Buy or sell, how much quantity, whether it is intraday, NRML, SL order, market order, whatever, basically whatever you can see here, right? Whatever options you can see here, same options can be done here. Okay, so this is fairly straightforward. This is what basically front end, whatever things that you have, all the options you can do here. Now this is where we are putting the rules of our strategy. Remember the rule. If LTP is more than R1, if my LTP is more than R1, what I have to do? I have to take the trade. Remember, and simple, I have just have to write place order, it will take the trade. It will even tell you here whether the order was placed successfully. If there was an error, it will tell you the error also. Now, what can be the error? Let's say you do not have margin in the account. It will tell you that I tried to take the order, but there was margin shortfall. Or let's say you wanted to take order of 60 quantity, but the lot size is 50. So it will tell you the lot size is wrong. So any error which happens, it will tell you the error also, so that you know if the trade has been placed or not. Okay. This is where it is taking the S1. So if LTP is less than S1, it will again take the sell order now. Right. So this is basically the logic of our strategy. And finally, this is where it is getting the last traded price, live data feed. This is where it is getting the live data, and you can see it is getting 10 times in 1 second. 10 times in 1 second. That is how quick it is. Okay. So this is the basic code. Now, before I go further, we have almost 200 people, and I am guessing almost 50% of you must have never even seen code in your life before, right? Especially to those, can you tell me in the chat box? Can you tell me in the chat box? And Kana, can you unmute everyone on the chat box? How much percent did you guys understand? How much percent did you guys understand of what we just spoke? 5%, 10%, 15%. How much percent was it clear to you? Can everyone?
I have opened up the chat to everyone. Okay, put it in the everyone's chat. Let everyone read how much percentage did you understand. Okay, talking about the code specifically for all those who are beginners who are seeing a code for the first time. How much percentage of the code could you understand? Leave the rest of the class aside. How much percentage of the code could you understand? Let us know in the chat box. We'll also read out a few responses. Kanishk is saying understood 90%. I believe Kanishk, you would be a software developer already because 90% is huge. Sunil is saying 100%. A few people are saying 10%, like Mandar is saying 10%, Khushi is saying 5%, Prem is saying 10%, Karthikeyan is saying 50%, Dinanath is saying 20%. Many people are saying that they know Python, so they are able to understand 90% or 100%. But sir, I would like to mention here that more than 95% of the people actually understood 10% or greater of the code. And I don't think we have spent more than 10 minutes or even 5 minutes in understanding the code. So that is really great.
Yeah, that's great, right? Because see, I think we spoke about the code in 10 minutes. And if you can understand 10% of it, that means if you work on this code for 2 hours, you can understand and even start writing your own codes. Correct?
Correct. I think
also someone was asking if we can create strategies based on indicators. You can do that, right? You can easily do that. So let's say you have a strategy in which you want RSI to be above 20 and super 10 to be green and moving average crossover, all this kind of thing. You can actually write the entire code. So entire code means it will keep buying also. And once it buys, maybe you have a selling rule. So it will sell. After selling, it again has a buying rule, it will buy again. So you can do the entire, right from buying to everything in the middle to again exit by the end of the day. Entire code can probably get completed 100 or 120, 130 lines. It is possible. Okay, so Kana, are you there? I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir. I was just trying to fix my network. Okay. We'll take some doubts from the chat box also. Anurag is asking, do I need good experience in manual trading before writing any code?
You should have basic experience. I mean, as I said, for writing the code, you should know the automation logic, right? And for automation logic, you should know what your strategy is doing.
Correct. Okay. Like
algo trading is not only for intraday. Algo trading you can do for any time frame and any asset. So you can do equity, future options, commodity, currency, crypto, and you can do any time frame also. So intraday, positional, swing, long term, whatever you want.
Correct. And
I did not buy. Okay, Harsh is asking, how did you buy? I bought in AMO market. As you can see, this is an AMO order. It's not a regular order. Just to show you how it is working.
Great. Sir, one question that many people are asking is, say once we have coded this strategy, do we need to like write strategies every time, every day? Or like once we have coded, all we have to do is run this code in the morning?
No, you don't have to write the entire strategy again. Like I have written this strategy, all you have to do is in the morning, right click, run. That's it. It will keep running the entire day.
Great, understood, sir. काफी लोग पूछ रहे थे ये question कि how much time do we need to spend after we've actually written the code? Just took that up. And sir, some people are asking if they have different brokers. What all brokers do like actually allow them to trade using Algo? How many of them actually provide API? If you can just throw some light on that.
As I said, almost every broker, right? Every broker that is online broker will give you API. So IFL, Finvasia, Kotak, ICICI, Fires, Zerodha, obviously, then Sher Khan, Alice Blue. Like most of the brokers, they will give you the API. And as I said, 90% of the brokers actually don't charge for it, but Zerodha charges 2,000 rupees per month.
Correct, sir. Understood. Someone was asking about angel broking, IIFL, Finvigia, Fires.
Yeah, all of them are free.
Got it. Okay, wonderful. We'll take a couple of more questions. If anyone wants to also unmute themselves and ask, you can raise your hand. Before that, a quick poll for all of you. If you can just fill in this poll and let me know how the class has been for you for so far. We also have some more content lined up for you, but just a quick poll. Say if you are liking this session till now, if you feel that you are getting some value from this class today, quickly fill in this poll. Let us know how likely are you to suggest this particular class to your friends, family, and fellow traders. Right? अगर आप लोगों को मजा आ रहा है, if you're finding it interesting, if you're thinking that you're learning new things today, आप एक बार इस poll में, like, you can give a good rating to this poll. Else, if you think that there are things we can actually work upon, you can give a low rating also. Give us a quick, honest feedback, and then we'll take up some more questions also, and we'll discuss the rest of the part that we have left for this particular class. Do we also get indicator values from API, or it needs to be calculated? Is a question by Tarak Shetty.
No, the broker will not give you indicator values. You have to calculate on your own. But as I said, one indicator value you can get from a single line of code.
Got it. Thank you everyone for filling the poll. Got a very good response from all of you. In fact, I am very happy that we have a very interactive audience today. So really glad to have you in class. Now, one special question that I would like to take up here is, many people are asking me to share the code with them. ठीक है, अभी अरिंदानी जी ने भी बोला कि please share the code. ठीक है, तो मेरे पास एक question है आप लोगों के लिए. If I give you two options, I have two options for you. This question has two options. You have to choose one. So the first option is you can get the code directly. This entire code of the strategy, you can get it directly. Option two, you can get a chance to learn how to write all these codes. Okay. The second option is you can learn, associate with Aseem sir, or Aseem sir se hi, you can learn how to write these codes. Not only for this strategy, whatever strategy you have, you can automate that, learn how to write codes. Spend some time. That would require from your end. You need to spend some time to learn. But what option seems more logical or something that you like to go for? Right? There are two options. Just let me know by typing 1 or 2 in the chat box. 1, get the code directly. We have 195 folks here. I want all of you to respond. बहुत कम लोग हैं जो respond कर रहे हैं. फटाफट सब लोग मुझे बताओ कि first और second options में से क्या आपको better लगता है. ठीक है? Great. Okay. I cannot literally see anyone going with option 1. Santosh said option 1. So see, even if you go with second option, if you think logically, you have option 1 with yourself. How? Because once you know how to automate, once you have learned how to do it, you can automate any code, and hence you can automate this strategy as well. Right? So yes, you can get a chance. Many people are asking, can we actually get a chance to learn how to automate your own strategies, how to learn how to automate your strategies? Aseem sir, maybe let's discuss about the mentorship program, and then we'll open up the floor for more questions for everyone. Right? So I would like to mention here that we are doing a trading mentorship program with Aseem sir, wherein you can learn automation, you can be on his team, associate with him. Similar to today's class, learn in live classes, right? So for this, we have a 28 days trading bootcamp classes. Now, spread over a month, we have around 12 to 13 live classes and some recorded lectures for all of you, which will enable you to become a good systematic algo trader. Now, what all things are covered in this particular bootcamp? I'll quickly run you through that. So if you look at the second option carefully, we first cover all about options. Everything about options is covered. Now, many of you might be beginners in trading. You might not have some good strategies to trade in options. You're looking for some good strategies, some good backtested strategies. You saw Aseem sir's PNL today. Now you would be interested, or you would be curious to know what are the strategies that work to build a PNL like that. What are some good strategies for options if you can get a hold of those strategies? So we'll be covering all the backtested strategies which Aseem sir himself is using and himself is trading, and those strategies have proven to be amazingly well in the past couple of years. right? So we'll be discussing those strategies. Post that, for all those who actually want to learn, like start with equities, we have some recorded additional boot camps, some additional recorded lectures for equity strategies also. Although Aseem sir mentioned he is a full-time options trader, but we have some additional lectures for equity markets, equity strategies. And lastly, automation using Python. Once we have learned all the profitable strategies, we'll be discussing how to automate all these strategies, right? So all of this is covered in the bootcamp. Even if you're a beginner in trading, even if you're a beginner in Python, in coding, even if you're a beginner in both, you don't know trading, you don't know coding, still you can join in because everything is covered here from the basics. The best part is this course is end to end. Now you wouldn't require any prerequisite. You wouldn't require to go anywhere else and do another course in the future. Right. And lastly, the best part is mentorship of Aseem sir. He will be hand-holding you. He will be teaching you. Even if you have doubts on an individual basis, we form a community group, a WhatsApp group with all the enrolled people, with all the team members, right? You all will be our team member if you enroll. And if you have any doubts, Aseem sir is also there on that particular group. You can ask your doubts and he can clarify all the doubts. Aseem sir, if we can discuss the exact components of this bootcamp, maybe it would give everyone a better idea. Maybe you can take it.
Yeah, so basically I will start with options. Why? Because as I said, I am an option trader. So I'll give you my perspective, how I look at options, when do I buy options. So I do buying and selling both, right? So when I do buying, when I do selling, and we'll start right from the basics, because as a lot of people I can see in the chat box, they do not know options. So we'll start right from the basics. So we'll even say what is a call, we'll even tell you what is a put option, right? Apart from that, we will have some 5 to 7 backtested strategies, and these backtest strategies are again in options. There are a couple of future strategies, but since I don't trade in futures, I actually trade these strategies in options. So I'll actually tell you the strategy in future, but I'll be executing them in options. So again, I'll give you the results, obviously, and then we'll be actually coding these strategies, right? So, and as Kana mentioned, the third part is the equity strategies. These are recorded sessions only. Since I don't do equity, these are only recorded sessions. And this is especially for those who are probably new to algo trading and they want to just try out. So they can start with equity and then move back to options. And as we said, we have our AMS sessions, which is Ask Me Anything, where everyone gets a chance to ask any number of questions that they have. And finally, whatever strategies that we learn, right, we will be coding them together. So actually live, I will be coding the strategies. You will have the software. So our team member will actually, before the class starts, someone will install Python and all the softwares in your computer. And then we will be coding the strategies together.
Great, sir. Thank you so much for taking this in detail. Now, if you look on my screen, you would see the entire detailed calendar, or what are the exact topics of the class along with the dates. So we are starting off this particular course from 1st of December. And because we are doing a masterclass specially for this today, we are also giving out an early bird discount for all those who enroll today. I will be coming to the price part in just a minute. Before that, if you are interested, you can take a screenshot of this particular slide if you want to keep the entire calendar, entire schedule with all of you. So if you see, we are starting off with basics for all the things. Like even if we talk about options, we first start with basics of options. On 1st of December, we cover options in details with all the profitable strategies. And from 15th of December, we start with basics of Python. The automation part starts from 15th of December. And that started right from the basics. Now we all know that you are complete beginners. You have never seen Python before, never installed Python before. We will be helping you out in installing the Python, as sir also mentioned. We'll help you out in installing the Python. At whatever step you require assistance, we would be helping you out. Right. I'll be coming to the price part. The timings for the classes, the timings for the live classes is 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. during the evening. Because most of you are working professionals and you want to learn algo trading to automate your trades, we keep the timing so that everyone is actually comfortable. Moreover, if you are not able to attend any live class, we also give out recordings of each and every class. Okay. Let me know by typing a yes in the chat box. If you all are excited or interested to do such a course, associate with Aseem sir, be on Aseem sir's team, the algo trading team that we are building here for all the dedicated learners. Right. If you all are excited to start with the course from 1st of December, I would also be rolling out an early bird discount for today. I can see many of you are actually interested in the chat, like you're typing a yes in the chat box. Anitha, timings will be 7 to 8:30 p.m. in the evening. So I can see Praveen, Jayant, Santosh, Mayur, Kanishk, Manoj, Anil, Lakshman, everyone is actually interested to be a part of this course, enroll for this course. So Aseem sir, let's also discuss about the prices and the early bird discount that we are giving out today. Right. So although this course is priced at rupees 16,000 for the entire 1 month course, along with the mentorship of Aseem sir, but today we are running a heavy discount of 50% as an early bird discount because we have kept this masterclass for all of you. You all are here. We are giving you 50% discount and you can enroll at 7,999. Now there are two verticals to this particular ultimate algo trading bootcamp. Right. First one is the ultimate bootcamp. The second one is the algo only bootcamp. Now, in the algo, it is suggested for all the experts in trading markets who are here to join for the algo only, because there we wouldn't be teaching strategies as such. We would just be covering the algo part wherein we'll teach you how to automate your strategies. But in the ultimate, which is priced at rupees 7,999, you will be learning how to, you'll be learning some good strategies Aseem sir is using. Then you will get a proper mentorship. You will have AMA sessions. AMAs ask me anything. So because we understand that you're beginners and you might have questions around all the domains, you can join these AMA sessions and ask whatever questions you have. Right. So maybe what I'll do is I'll share the enrollment link in the chat box for all those who are interested to sign up at the discounted price, which will be getting over at the masterclass. Sir, if we move on to the next slide, we can summarize everything and we can discuss about the timings and all and the additional benefits that we have planned for everyone. Right. So the early bird discount is 50% off for this 29 days bootcamp, starting from 1st December, going on till 28th of December. And the timing for the classes is 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Now, this discounted price of the early bird discount, it is valid till this masterclass because I mentioned today, 4th November is the last date to actually avail the early bird discount. And if you're interested, you can click on the link, go to the website, and you can definitely enroll. Putting the enrollment link in the chat box. Once again, I think someone is mentioning that they have missed the link. What I'll do is I'll also share the same link on the WhatsApp groups for all those who are actually interested. Okay, you can click on the link, go to the website, and if you're interested, you can enroll. What I'll be doing now is I'll be opening up the floor for questions. So abhi jitne logo ke hands raised hai, ek baar unko I'll be lowering those hands for now. Let's start afresh. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hand. Right. You can also put your doubts in the chat box. If you don't have the mic, you can just raise your hand. I'll give you an option to unmute. Just to quickly let you know, these will be live classes. And even if you miss out on some classes, we will be giving you recording of each and every class. Moreover, even if you want to attend live classes and you are missing out some classes, we will give you a free rollover to the next batch. You understand? So say we are doing a batch in the month of December and then we'll do a follow-up batch in January also. So you will get a free rollover to that batch. You can attend that. You can attend the classes in the month of January, even if you miss out some classes in the month of December. Now, someone was asking how many, have you taken any courses before? Yes, we did a course in the month of September, October, and doing one in November as well. So combined for all the three batches, we have had around 350, 360 folks who have done and are doing this course. And we have got an amazing response. That is what has motivated us to start with the December batch as well. And you can definitely go to the website. You can click on the link. And if you're interested, you can sign up. The team is here. We will be confirming all the enrollments in the chat box and also in the enrollment counter. You can see your name. Okay. Bhupat is asking, will this be in English fully? It would be similar to today's class. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं मतलब both me and Aseem sir are comfortable in both English and Hindi. तो हम लोग classes भी ऐसी रखते हैं. We keep it in a mix of Hindi and English. We'll cover the content like it would be say 60-40, 60% English, 40% Hindi. Right, recording. Acha, ठीक है. Lakshman is asking the recorded videos when will be activated. So as soon as you complete the class, मान लो 1st December को पहली class है 7 से 8:30. You will get the link at 9 p.m. You will get the recording at 9 p.m. or maximum by 9:30 p.m. You will get the recording. You can go through it, come to the next class prepared. You can ask whatever questions you have in the community WhatsApp group that we have. In the WhatsApp group, we only have a selected number of people ताकि हम सब पे ध्यान दे पाए. जो भी आज enroll करेंगे उनका different WhatsApp group बनेगा, एक premium WhatsApp group बनेगा. They all will be a part of that group and you can ask whatever questions you have. Anyways, in those classes also you have unmute permission. You can ask whatever doubts you have. Yes, Lakshman, course videos is what I'm talking about. You will get the course videos right after the class and we'll maintain a proper resource document for all the lectures that we are doing. Aseem sir, if you'd like to add anything or maybe take some questions, I will maybe confirm the enrollments that I've already got in the chat box, and we'll also open up our enrollment counter.
Yeah, so I am taking the question by Mr. Karthik Kayani. Will you be teaching backtesting? The answer is no. We will not be teaching backtesting. What we are teaching you is options. The first 15 days options, and the next 15 days how to automate your trades using options. Okay, backtesting is not included because of two reasons. First reason being the coding required in backtesting is a little more tedious than to automate. And secondly, for backtesting, you require data, right? You require data in Excel format, and that data is expensive. For even a 5 years of data, you might end up spending 1.5 lakh rupees. So because of these reasons, we will not be teaching you how to backtest. That being said, as part, if you become part of the cohort, we will be offering you a free facility that if you send us your strategy, we may give you the backtest results for free of cost. It might take time because generally what I've noticed it, every batch I get almost 40-50 people who ask me for backtesting their strategies, and obviously I will not be me and my team will not have enough bandwidth to complete all of them in a single day, but by the end of the month you will get the results, and I will also tell you the comments or my comments on that particular strategy. Yes, Kanish, I will be teaching. Yeah, I will be teaching the coding part and also the options part, and it's live, but only the equity part I will not be teaching.
Correct. Sir, a couple of things here. I think I missed out on the interesting offer that we have for the first 15 enrollments for today. First of all, the discounted price is for 4th of November. If you go onto the website also, you will see that the early bird discount is ending today. For all those who are enrolling today, they'll be getting this discount and they can enroll at 7,999 itself. And if you are interested, I can also share you the recordings of the previous batches. Say, although we are starting from 1st of December, if you want to go through the recordings of the previous batches, if you want to be, say, already prepared before the class starts, I can also share the recording of the previous batches. So for the first 15 enrollments, we have some additional benefits here. Right, what are these? You will be getting ebooks, 2 ebooks, and an additional options bootcamp. If you're a complete beginner in options, you can go with this amazing additional options bootcamp, which is a recorded course. And you will also be getting these 2 ebooks. आपको ये दोनों ebooks भी मिलेंगी if you enroll in the first 15 slots. I think Aseem sir, if you also open up the enrollment counter, we have a couple of folks who have already enrolled, and there are many other people who are also enrolling. Guys, I will also share the enrollment link in our WhatsApp group. आप लोगों का जो WhatsApp group अभी है, मैं उसमें जरा enrollment link share कर देता हूँ. You all can click on the link and enroll. Moreover, what I'll do is I'll also put the enrollment link once again in the chat box. If you are interested, you can enroll because the early part discount it is ending today. And for all those who are actually interested to learn with Aseem sir, get the mentorship from him and be a part of his team, the Algo trading team, you can definitely enroll for this amazing bootcamp. Aseem sir, एक बार language का भी मतलब काफी लोगों को डाउट हो रहा है कि हिंदी होगी इंग्लिश होगी तो उसका भी पर एड्रेस कर देते हैं.
So generally, as I think Kana already mentioned, today's webinar was purely in English because he told me in the beginning, but during our actual sessions, I would say 60% English and 40% Hindi. That means I will first go through the entire topic in English and then I'll repeat everything in Hindi. So that is generally what generally happens during our live courses.
Correct. So यार अभी ना किसी को कुछ भी doubts हैं, so you can also raise your hands. I can give you option to unmute. You can directly unmute and ask your doubts. I think Vadiraj has already raised their hand, giving you option to unmute, sir. You can ask your doubt. You can unmute yourself. If also we can see you, it would be great. If possible.
Right. So can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you so much for the session. I had a couple of questions. One is, which strike price do we use? You showed the future movement and looking at resistance and support. So when we go for options, which strike price we use per trade?
I have not even told you whether I'll be on which days I will be buying options, on which day I will be selling options. I have not yet told you what would be the stop loss, because obviously 0.4% in options does not make sense. I have not even told you whether the strike price will remain constant or whether we'll be taking strike prices based on ATM, OTM, or whether we'll be taking strike prices based on premium. So the strategy is not very straightforward. The strategy that I just discussed in options, and as it will take time to tell you that. So as we mentioned, we did not go into the option strategy because not everyone might know or understand options. But so I'm trading this strategy, but the rules are different when I'm trading in options.
I see. So to know about that, we need to enroll for the classes. Is it?
Yeah, this is one of the strategies which is taught in the class. Other strategies are also taught. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. I hope for all those who are enrolling, you can see your names in the enrollment counter. You can all enroll if you're interested. Subhash is asking, okay, missed your question. Subhash is asking, how many strategies will you give as a part of this program?
Options that I will be teaching around 5 to 7, and there will be, I think, 7 or 8 strategies in equity.
Correct. So 7 or 8 equity strategies, that is the recorded sessions. And in the live classes for options, we'll be covering like 7 strategies which are actually backtested by Aseem sir, and he has tried those strategies. Manu is asking, first 15 have 799. Sir, the discounted price is valid till today, regardless of how many people are enrolling. The additional benefits of ebooks, it is for first 15 folks. Ebooks and the additional options bootcamp that I mentioned. Right. And because we are starting from 1st December, which is almost 25 days from today, what we are offering right now is the recordings for the past batch that we've already done. So October batch and September batch are already done. And right now we are doing a November batch. So we'll be giving out recordings for those batches also to you. Right. And we already have 7 people who have enrolled in the name of Mr. Manish, Praveen, Mahesh, Kumar, Deepak, Bhupati, and Charles. So all these people have enrolled. With that, we have last 8 slots left for the additional benefits, and the discounted price is ending also today. So if you're interested, you can definitely click on the link and go to the website.
I have asked Mr. Mayur to unmute, please.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have raised my question on the chat box also. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on revealing the strategy and codes to, I mean, it's open, broker, etc. can access to it. So what is the risk associated with it about, I mean, how they can manipulate with it?
So there are different ways, right? A lot of, if you talk about brokers, especially, if you talk about brokers, there are few brokers who have their own trading arm also, right? Generally, these brokers are offline brokers. If you trade with them, they can manipulate it, right? Because if they have the exact rules, what they can do is they can take the entry right before you. So the entry that you get might not be the perfect entry, right? But this is especially for brokers if you're talking about. As retail, we do not have enough quantities to maneuver the price, but a broker can definitely do that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm asking Mr. Kanishk to unmute now.
Sir, before that, really, sorry, Nishant is trying to, I guess, enroll and their payment has failed. Maybe Nishant, if you're here, you can try a different method. If you're trying to enroll and failing, you can maybe try a different method, or maybe you can also send me a screenshot of whatever issue you are facing on my personal number. I will put my contact number in the chat box and you can let me know if you're facing any issues. Send me a screenshot here and I will definitely book your slot for the additional benefits. Okay, I have a number in the chat box. You can definitely ping me up.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
So actually, I've been trading in the option from past 2 years, and I know some strategies. I just need to automate it. Like I'm working under someone also, and also my personal trading. So how much will this code actually help me? Like I know about options and all quite a bit.
Right. So see, the aim of this course is not that you just learn what I am trading and start trading it, because there's only one mind, right? The aim is that you come here, you firstly learn how to make your own strategies. And secondly, you should be able to create and code your own strategies. So all the code that we will be coding together, right? They are very modular codes. So I'll give you an example. One part of code is where I'm using trailing SL. Now I might be using trailing SL in my strategy 1. But let's say you have another strategy, all you need to do is just copy paste that part of the code and it will start running, it will start giving you a trailing SL in your strategy. Similarly, I will be teaching you a strategy, let's say on RSI. but I am giving you an RSI strategy. Maybe you have a strategy on some other indicator like ADX or CCI. So you should be, I will teach you how you can change the indicator and trade your own strategies, right? So the aim is that you should be able to trade your own strategy. That is the actual aim of the course. So come, if you that is what you're looking for, then yes.
Correct. And one thing to add here for all the say beginners who are joining us, who actually don't know much Python, much trading. One point for all of you here is, say even if you are joining in as a beginner, although this is a 28 days bootcamp course, 29 days bootcamp course where you'll be getting all the live classes, you can ask as many doubts as you want. The group that we have, the WhatsApp group, it does not get over after the class, right? As I mentioned you, it is a very long-term mentorship program. You will be getting mentorship like till the date you don't feel comfortable, right? वो group हमारा रहेगा, community group. That is the group that we have for all the team members who are joining in. We keep that group to a very minimal number of participants so that all of you can have your doubts clarified on an individual basis. And even after the course is completed, you can ask doubts, whatever you have. You can maybe call me up if you have any doubts. We can anytime discuss whatever issue you are facing. Moreover, the strategies that we are going to code, like 7 strategies that Aseem sir mentioned for options we'll be learning, you will be getting ready-made codes for those 7. The main idea is not to give you such codes and make you dependable on anyone else, but it is to make you independent and code your own strategies. But anyways, if you say, even if you are taking some time to learn Python, even if you are taking time to learn, you are taking time to learn how to automate, you'll anyways be getting a few coded strategies which you can start running, right? So you can start running your codes. In the meantime, you can spend time watching the lectures again and again, asking more and more doubts and making sure that you have definitely understood everything you have covered in the course. Okay.
So let me add, I think there's another question I think Mr. Kanish is asking again. So I will be starting right from the basics. I am assuming that whoever is joining the course, they do not know Python, right? That is the general understanding that I have. So first 2 classes, we will only be discussing about the basics of Python. On those 2 days, we will not be coding strategies. And then we will slowly move on to coding the strategies part, right? So obviously we will be starting right from the basics. In fact, as I said, we will first day itself, we will be, or not first day, but first week, we will be actually helping you to download, install all the softwares in your system. So it starts right from there. So we are assuming that no one knows Python. That's the basic assumption that we have. Okay, I am asking Mr. Aman to unmute.
Sir, also we have last 4 slots left for the additional benefits. So if anyone is interested, you can definitely click on the link and enroll if you also want the additional benefits. The link is there in the chat box and your WhatsApp group. I'll also put the link once again.
Okay, I have asked Mr. Aman to unmute.
Yeah, hi Aseem.
Hi.
Thank you for unmuting me. I'm sorry if I'm asking a repeated question because I got some office call in between, so I didn't hear properly. Okay, so my question is regarding, so you know, where in your code, when you pull the information from the Excel sheet, you know, so we need to mention our password there. So I recently heard there was so many frauds happened, right? So how safe it is, because definitely if code is, I'm writing the code, so if I'm pulling information, then I can save that somewhere as well, right? So that's one doubt I have.
So like username, password, even the code has something called API key and secret key. Okay. For example, you can give your username to anyone, right? It doesn't matter because you have the password. Similarly, you can give your API key to anyone. You should keep your secret key very secret to yourself. So obviously, if you share it with people, then obviously anyone can use your account. But then it is up to you that you should not be sharing those API keys and secret keys. Secondly, now every broker is mandated to use OTP, TOTP. So which is another layer of security that you have. So in our code, when our code actually logs on to a broker platform, it asks for an OTP and the OTP will come to your mobile, right? So that is a second layer of security. But like if you actually give your mobile and the secret key to someone, then obviously they can log into your system. It's like giving your username password to of your front-end broker account. It's the same thing as like that. Okay, I hope that answers.
Also, many people are paying through UPI. So I have dropped my contact number in the chat box. If you are paying through the link, अगर आप लोग link पे click करके फिर pay कर रहे हो, you don't need to send me any screenshot. But if you are paying via the UPI ID mentioned in the enrollment link that is bootcamp@ICICI, then you can send me a screenshot on this particular number, right? If you are paying via UPI, अगर आप लोग link पे click करके if you're choosing the UPI option, I would have confirmed your enrollment. Raju sir, your enrollment is also confirmed. Your name is on number 4, if you can see. And if you're paying via UPI, please send me a screenshot of this number. Yes, Aseem sir, you can continue with the doubts. Really sorry to interrupt.
Okay, I am asking Mr. Sadanand to unmute, please. I cannot hear you, Mr. Sadanand.
Can you hear me?
Slightly, yes.
Okay, so I have two questions. One is related to how many hours of Python session are there in the bootcamp?
So we have about 5 classes on options, and we have about 5 classes on Python. Every class is approximately 1.5 hours. So you can say about 7.5 hours of Python.
And sir, added to that, we have half an hour session wherein we'll be teaching live trading. So we'll be meeting up in a live
obviously.
market.
So all the classes are in the evening, right? But once we have created our codes, we will actually be meeting on a one day during live market. Generally, we keep it on a Friday because movement is less, where we will actually run those codes live on my account. So you will check whether the codes are working or not, and they will actually place orders live orders on my account. So yeah, that is also there.
Okay, I have just another small question. Why did you opt for Zerodha, which is the APIs are chargeable, right? So for my capital 2000 charge, I think 600 or 2000 is the charge. That is a good amount of charge. Okay, so will the same code work for Angel one?
Yeah, so it will work for any of the brokers. I trade in Zerodha because I've been trading with them for a few years now, and I find them more stable. But there isn't any problem, right? You can trade in any broker. Again, I'm not suggesting any broker. It's just that I trade in Zerodha, so all the codes will be shown in Zerodha. But we will also, for example, we've already given codes of Fires and Finvasia to past members, and every week we're adding one more broker code. So yeah, the codes are made in such a way that you can actually trade in any of the broker. That is how the code is made. It's called modular coding. So that is how we made the code, so that even if you do not have a Zerodha account, it should work for you.
Okay, thank you.
So with that, we have, I think, 2 slots left. I think a couple of more folks have enrolled for the boot camp. So we have last 2 slots left for the additional benefits for all those who are interested to enroll. You can, and you can also get the early bird discount, the 50% discount if you enroll in the masterclass today.
Okay, I'm asking Mr. Sunil to unmute, please.
Sure, sir.
I think he is not there. Okay, I think I've taken all the questions. Mr. Muir, I think I've already taken his question.
We have taken question. Sir, chat box में question है Kanishka, delta or score based or indicator based. We can use code for all.
You can use indicator based, yes. Score based, I believe, is also based on indicators. If I'm guessing it right, so yes, that is also a possibility. Delta is technically possible, though. If you want to really go for delta trading, then Python might be a little too slow for you. Okay, because issue is calculating delta every second is intensive, memory intensive. For that, you should go for professional softwares like Greeksoft. Then I would say you should, if you are a delta trader, then trading on Greeksoft will be a better alternative. Okay.
Manoj sir, your enrollment is confirmed. They were asking in the chat box, and we have one last thought left for the additional benefits. If anyone is interested, you can definitely enroll. We'll be taking a couple of more questions before we sign up. Mahesh raised their hand, giving you option to unmute. Mahesh, if your question is not yet taken, if it is taken, apologize.
Yeah. Hi, Aseem.
Hi.
Yeah. So you said you will be
trading in Zerodha, right? So if I take angel broking, that refresh rate for angel broking is, I think, little slower than Zerodha, I guess. So will it really matter when we do this algo trading?
No, so we are not, as I said, we are not trading, not teaching HFT. We are not doing high frequency trading, right? On our level, the delay will be probably in milliseconds, correct? And on our kind of capital, it wouldn't really matter.
Right.
There will be a delay. You're right. I have tested a lot of brokers, and I think Zerodha is the fastest. Their API is the fastest. But again, as I said, I don't do that just for that reason. Is just that all my codes are already coded, and I know their interface. It's just that I'm just too familiar with them now. So that is why I'm trading with them.
And also, you said there will be difference between the coding of Zerodha and angel broking. Like, I mean, how different it is? Like, is it like so much change, or it is a little change we can do and then?
So when we are coding, right, there are two parts to it. The first part is, or let's say three parts. First part is logging into your broker. So obviously that is broker dependent. Every broker will have their own login. So that's a 2, 5, 10 lines code. So each broker, you will have to run that code. Okay. Second part, which is a bulk part, is the logic, automation logic, which remains the same because that is broker agnostic. That does not depend on the broker. And the third part is placing the trade using the broker, right? Again, that is a smaller part of the code. So as I said, the broker codes are relatively smaller because the logic part is what takes time, which is common for all the brokers.
Right. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Aseem sir, although we have got 15 enrollments and the slots for additional benefits are over now, but the discounted price is still valid because we are still during the class. Once this masterclass is ending, we will be closing off with the early bird discount because today is the last day for the early bird discount for all those who are interested. They can sign up. You all can see our names on the screen, I believe, for all those who have enrolled: Mr. Manish, Praveen, Manish, Raju, Deepak, Bhupati, Charles, Uday, Atul, Subhash, Lakshman, Nishant, Sunil, Manoj, and Kanish. You all have enrolled. You will be getting additional benefits. Aseem sir, I believe we have a couple of more folks who want to enroll. Just wanted to know if we can extend the slots for the additional benefits, if they can also get the additional benefits.
I mean, today is anyway the first class that we are taking for the new batch, so why not? Chalo, theek hai. So what we'll be doing is, for all those who are enrolling today, they will be also getting the additional benefits of ebooks and the additional options course, right? So if you are interested, you can definitely click on the link, go to the website and enroll. Now what I'll be doing is, please extend it to today. Chalo, theek hai, kaam karte hain. I will maybe talk with the team, extend the slot, extend the discounted price till 12 midnight today, because early bird discount is actually valid for 4th of November. No issues. I will keep this slot open till 12 at night today. You all can enroll till then. No issues. So aaj raat 11:59 PM tak this discount will be there for all of you. Okay, let me just take last couple of questions by Mr. Uday. Does your code is available to Zerodha? No. So all our code sits on our computer. So the logic is with us. We're only placing the trades there. So they do not know the logic. Okay. Okay. And I think I've already unmuted Mr. Mayur, and I don't remember if Mr. Sunil I had already unmuted. Let me ask them again. I'm asking Mr. Sunil to again unmute. If you already asked your question, you can let me know. And I'm also asking Mr. Lakshman to unmute. If you've already asked your question, you can let me know.
Good evening, sir.
Hi.
Hi. So why Python, sir? Because there are many softwares with like AmiBroker and other things, but why Python is getting more popular nowadays? Firstly,
Python is very easy to learn, and as you saw, it was very easy to read, right? So especially for beginners, Python is considered to be the easiest language to learn. Secondly, not all brokers give you all the other, let's say, AmiBroker. So you require an AmiBroker bridge, and not every broker is offering that. Whereas all the brokers are offering you Python. So we didn't want to have we don't want to get in a situation where let's say you have a broker, but that doesn't have AMI broker. So it won't solve the purpose. So that is why Python, since all the brokers are using it, we are using Python.
And so, and even though you're using Python and the broker, we should still get the live data feature.
Yeah, not all brokers give live data though.
Okay.
Few brokers that do give live data are Zerodha, IIFL, Fires, Finvasia.
But it can still be bought separately, right, sir?
Yes.
For using
Yes. Yes. So the way we are quoting, right, you can get live feed from say Zerodha, and let's say you are trading for yourself and 4 more of your friends. So from the same code, you can trade in all the 5 accounts, which can be non-Zerodha or which can be one Fires, one IIFL. So the codes are made in such a way that you can do that.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think I've taken all the questions that I had already taken Mr. Mayur's question, I remember. Mostly Zerodha is not allowing trades for many strike prices. How will our algo work? You're right, Mr. Mayur. Zerodha blocks those out of the money strikes. And if you get into those issues, you will have to change the broker. There is no option, or you have to go to Orbis. But yeah, you're right. If you, because even Algo cannot go through, like it cannot bypass those restrictions. Can we use code on Greeksoft or Neat or Moneymaker? I know, no. I think Greeksoft does have a Python API. So Greeksoft technically yes, but I think the Greeksoft Python API is very expensive. I think they charge 15 or 20K per month. So technically, yes, you can use Greeksoft with Python, but no one uses it, I think. I don't think Neat has a Python interface. I don't think so.
Great. I think someone mentioned in the chat box by the name VK that they have enrolled. Shall they get the recorded session? Yes, you'll be getting, but if you can't see your name in the enrollment counter, maybe you can send me a screenshot of your payment. If you have paid via UPI, if your name is already there, you'll definitely be getting the recording of sessions.
Great.
Yeah, sir, to address Sunil sir's doubt particularly, I'm interested to join but need a day's time to come back. I can understand. Kanesh is asking where is enrollment counter. Kanesh, on your screen. Seems to have presented the screen. Sunil sir, I am sharing my contact number in the chat box. You can get in touch with me and you can let me know. Also, maybe I'll launch a poll, contact poll Aseem sir, like 1 minute, and then we can definitely conclude the session for today. This is a simple poll, a contact poll for all those who are willing to enroll, but are somehow not able to enroll right now. Okay. So first of all those who have enrolled need not fill this particular poll. If you have already enrolled, आपको ये poll नहीं भरना है. But अगर आप interested हैं enroll करने में, if you want to avail the discount also, and if you want to enroll, if you are facing some difficulties in enrolling right now, you can fill your name and phone number in this contact poll. I will have access to this contact poll. I can get in touch with you after the class or maybe tomorrow, and we can figure out whatever issue you are facing. Okay. So quickly fill in this poll if you are interested. If you are already enrolled, you don't need to fill in the poll. For all those who have already enrolled, I will add you to the WhatsApp group. By tomorrow, you will be getting a mail today itself of your enrollment, and you will be added to the WhatsApp group by tomorrow. Okay, great. Okay. If any last comments, any last questions from anyone, or anyone is left to enroll, they can definitely do so. I can maybe put the enrollment link for one last time in the chat box. So जो भी बचा है अगर आपको enroll करना है कर सकते हो. The early bird discount will be valid till 12 midnight today. You can, after this class also, if you want to do the payment, you can do so. You can get the additional discount. Mahesh is asking when will we get the recording for the enrolled. Mahesh, you will be getting everything tomorrow. I would have done it today itself, but my like my other WhatsApp number, which I use for the interaction with all of you, my personal contact number, it is actually facing some issues today. Not able to access that particular WhatsApp number. That's why I'll add it to the group tomorrow itself. Right, and also share all the recordings tomorrow.
Okay, so if there are no questions, can I take leave, Kana?
Sure, sir. So really thank you for joining in for this session, giving us all a chance to learn about algo trading for all of you. With all of I'm pretty sure that like in regardless of whosoever has enrolled today or not enrolled today, they had a very good understanding, a very good class about understanding as to what algo trading is and how does the code look like. Thank you so much for joining in for such a valuable session.
Thank you, and good luck everyone in your trading careers. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir. So what I'll do is I'll also stop the recording.